This will be tonight's mocktail. Certainly hoping you enjoy it as I will.
And now for the story. But first, I gotta make a toast from me to you for joining me tonight. We're gonna call her Sundown. Yeah, Sundown. I think that suits her well. Sundown. From me to you. Mm-hmm. It's almost like it's got a little guava in it or something. I don't know. I have to look back at the ingredients, but one more sip. I really like that. That's good. You know, a lot of times these smoothies, they have so much sugar in them until it's like, how can you really consider that a smoothie anymore? No, that's a soda pop. I'm gonna take my glasses off, guys. Okay, now I really can't see you, but you can see me. But that's okay. Just the glare is just driving me crazy. I can't do it tonight. So let's get into our story. All right, many years ago, when I was in high school, we had vacation Bible school every single year. I loved vacation Bible school. Do y'all remember vacation Bible school? Man, that was a good time. We had activities all week. My favorite was doing arts and crafts. I love doing arts and crafts. Even though to this day I can't draw a straight line, I still loved arts and crafts. We would do painting, we would do the ceramics, making things with the popsicle sticks. Y'all remember that? And those were good times. But at the end of the week, there was always a field trip on Saturday. I couldn't wait. Every year, just about, we would go to this wave pool that was probably about 3 hours away. So it was a good little ride. And we just lived for that day. So we had a good time all that week at Vacation Bible School. Got to meet new people, made new friends. I mean, it was just good. So Saturday morning, got up. It's time to go to the wave pool. Everybody packing their lunches because, as I said, it was a pretty good little trip. So we get to the wave pool part. You can see it. It was just everything. All the slip and slides, the waterfalls, the wave pool, the swimming pool. Man, you would see a lot of the kids and stuff they were doing, like the high dives. It was just entertainment. Wasn't nobody shooting. Wasn't nobody trying to fight nobody. We were just all there to have a good time, meet new people, and make new memories. And that is what I remember. So, of course, my favorite place was the wave pool. So, after I finished eating my lunch, I made my way to the wave pool with some of my other friends. But of course, with it being so many people, we got separated. But I didn't care. I made new friends. That's just who I am. I don't meet no strangers. Truly, I don't. So I'm in the wave pool, and next thing I knew, I was getting my little flirt on. Mm-hmm. And just having a good time as a kid, just enjoying that time of my life. Didn't really realize how good of a time I was having until I realized how good of a time I was having and how good times were and how good things were and how the world was different and people were different. It was just a different place in time. And many days I wish I could go back. I promise you. So, as the day progressed on, of course, I'm meeting new people. I'm hanging out with them, getting to meet them. And a lot of church groups were there too. So, it was like, okay, well, what church are you from? Where you're from? Oh, yeah, we remember such. So, it was just a good time. So, again, I started getting my little flirt on. We go over there and have a lot ice cone. Yeah, where you go to school? Yeah, what do you do? You in the band? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I play this, I play that. For real? Are you in marching band or you in concert? Girl, I'm both concert and marching band. Oh, wow, man, that is exciting. Didn't think nothing about it. We just having a good time. Okay, well, we go get back in the pool. Laughing, talking. Ha, ha, ha. Waves, lifting us up, pushing us back down. Lifting us up, dragging us back down. Just having fun, just having fun. Next thing I knew, I saw people flagging me like, hey. And I'm like, hey. I'm minding my own business. Having fun. Next thing I know, other people, hey. And I'm like, hey. I'm thinking I'm just making new friends. I'm having new experiences. Then, the person I was flirting with was like, and I'm like, what? I look down. Islands in the stream. I'm gonna leave it right there. Islands was in the stream. I can't say what I want to say because TikTok will take me off, but islands were in the stream. Okay? I was like, oh my God. Of course, that's your first reaction. Next thing I knew, I saw my Sunday school teacher. It was like she was in slow motion, trying to get to me with a towel. And she was like, hey! She wrapped the towel around me. Baby, did you not know? No! Running my mouth. I was so ashamed. Oh my God. I was so ashamed. Because number one, I couldn't find my top. I kept looking around to see if it was going to float on one of the little waves and I could just grab it and put it back on. I never found my top. So I had to walk all the way back over there to where we were camped at, get money. She went to the gift shop and got me a t-shirt to put on so I would be covered. I was so embarrassed. Oh my God, I was so... Am I really embarrassed today? I don't care today. It's over. It was done. Oh well. I had islands in the stream. But let me tell you, it was a long ride home. When I tell you it was a long ride home, you know you really embarrassed and you really shamed and just want to go curl up in your bed and pull the covers over your head when it's like you passing the mile markers. 86 miles until next mile marker, 79 miles until, and it's like, oh my God, can we just get there already? So of course I had to hear it on the bus. Oh, I was so embarrassed. Everybody was laughing at me, just talking about, how I was just out there. And really didn't know it. Had no idea. Kids are cruel. My brother wasn't no better. He wasn't no pillar of strength. He demon still to this day. Whatever. But anyhow, if you think that ride was long, remember, I still had to get home. Ooh. Number one, had to get back to the church. And who was waiting for me at church? My dad. Now, this was before the days of cell phone. So he had no idea any of this happened. I always had a soft spot in my heart for my dad. We had our issues, true enough. That was my dude. Anyway. I got back to the church. I was crying by that point because I knew I was going to have to hear it all the way home, all the time I was at home, and of course, had to get up and go to church the next day because it was what? Youth Sunday. So all type of guests and stuff was coming in, and it was bad. My dad was like, what were you thinking? What what were you thinking? And to be honest, I wouldn't. And I'm like, Dad, I don't know. I ain't realize it. How could you not feel it? Of course, he a man. He don't know. I'm like, I didn't know. And I didn't. I honestly didn't know. I thought I was secured enough at the top. Of course, why would I go and just be exposed around people I don't even know in a public place where people could take pictures? But see, it was good it happened when it did, because back in them days, they had the Polaroids that developed, you took the picture and you waved it. Those are coming back. I have seen several here lately. I knew. Everything old, new again. Everything old, new again. So, my stomach giving me a little issue. So sorry. I think he just wants some attention. But anyway, got in the car, my dad. I had to hear his mouth. Oh my good Lord. Whew. I'm like, can he please hush? Can he please hush today? Sometime tonight. But he didn't put me on punishment. Once we got to the house, he let it go. Of course, he told my mom. She lost her ever-loving mind. Whew. It was a long weekend for me. So, of course, the next day, had to go to church. Couldn't avoid it. Went to church. The talk was everything about me. I have never been so popular at church in all my days. All the ladies, I'm about, oh, young lady, we're going to have some conversations. Yeah, we're going to have to get with your mom, and we're going to have to talk about some etiquette, and, ooh, child, it was a lot. It was a whole lot that weekend. Had one more week before it was time to go back to school. I didn't even get a chance to get no phone number. Couldn't even get no phone number. Missed out on everything. Because I had islands in the stream. Okay. So, moral of the story, ain't no moral. This just some of the craziest shit that just be happening to me. I know this kind of stuff don't happen to y'all, but it happened to me. But it taught me one thing. No matter how bad it is or how hard you fall, life goes on. So y'all just keep that in mind. And of course, I will see you next week for another Sip and Stories. Oh, and have a great Memorial Day weekend. Good night.